These videos are intended for an audience of 18 plus and may contain mature content. All readings are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello! Hi, we are here doing a celebrity reading on ZELO. So this is Jun-hong, sorry if I'm pronouncing his name incorrectly, and this is a reading that has been, I guess, sponsored or supported by someone who wishes to remain anonymous over on Etsy. I even went to stumble when I said anonymous. So basically, let me just put this deck down because I want to use this one over here. This one I got today. Thanks to everyone who has been leaving donations or super chats. I was having a bit of a week, and then I randomly saw this deck that was actually on my wish list, but it was in the shop, and I was like, ah! So it's kind of like a little present. And then I was like, oh, I'll have a look and see how much, some of those donations were and things. And it kind of works out that it's roughly the same price as this deck. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, I really appreciate it. I'll be going live soon after I record this, but we will see. And I just got the Two of Wands here. So it's letting go of old things, holding on to something new that you want, getting, what would you say? Like having a goal in mind, and then all you have to do is kind of push through that final wall. So there may be some message for those of you, and this is in regards to something that wasn't fair with the justice in reverse. So especially for anyone who left any donations, that would be a message for you guys, because that's what I was talking about. Okay, so let's just get straight into ZELO. I keep saying okay, so what's wrong with me today? Maybe he repeats himself like that too. He's a former member of BAP, I believe, and the question is basically just about career and love life. So we're going to dive into both aspects. Specifically, we'll ask career, and then we'll specifically shuffle again and ask about love. And then if we need to clarify anything, we will do so. So thank you for supporting this reading to the person who purchased it. Let's get into it. So anyone else, if you'd like to sponsor or support a celebrity reading, you can purchase them over on Etsy. If you want a personal reading as well on Etsy, I am just redoing some of the pricing and options for you guys over there for personal readings too, so check that out. And I also do live readings on my channel. Just make sure you check the title of the video before you start commenting, because just in case it's not a tarot live if I'm doing something else. But generally I do live readings as often as I can, and in those live readings anyone can kind of ask a question. It's just random who I pick that I'll do it. And then if you do super chats, like I said, I appreciate them so much, and you enabled me to get this deck energetically, so that was cool. Like, cool epiphany that I had later on. But yeah, I really do appreciate it, and it's a really fun way to get to know each other and connect and interact. So if you want priority on those, then you can send a super chat. Otherwise you can just kind of wait till near the end of a reading and put your question in again. Just try not to spam, because I don't want YouTube to like hide your comments from me. That happens sometimes. Yeah, so long intro out of the way. ZELO career. We want to focus specifically. Let's just do that. Oh, I'm gonna light this candle too. Don't worry, there's nothing in that spray that's flammable. I don't know if anyone was concerned about that. It's water basically and crystals. So career. Please Spirit, can we have a look at ZELO's career? Ace of Wands, a new creative opportunity, could be a person. I just saw the Wheel of Fortune there, and Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is going quickly. Wheel of Fortune is also things kind of being divinely guided or on your side. We do have a bit of heartbreak, disappointment and feeling left out in the cold next to each other, but let's get the cards that clarify those, because there is a new opportunity for him, but universe may be, with that Wheel of Fortune, kind of intervening in something else where he wasn't meant to be. Okay, so the overall energy around him is indecision with the Two of Swords. It's like, I'm blind, I can't see what I'm doing. A choice needs to be made, and I kind of recognize that. But I can't really make a decision. I can't see clearly. You know, and in some decks I've seen the blindfold almost be a little bit see-through. So it's like you kind of have an idea, but there's like that brain fog there. And you just have the inability to really cut through and make a final decisive decision. But a new opportunity that's by himself. It's not collaborating with anyone else. This is something he wants to do. Could be a little bit different. I mean, could be merchandise or other things around music as well, but something on his own, because maybe it's with a different team of people, because this could be the usual people that I work with, I'm actually separating from and doing something different. So this could definitely be, or maybe it's something that they don't really approve of, because that's in reverse, but yeah. On his own, working, could be more in the creative involvement. I'm not sure how involved he is with that kind of stuff. But we do have a Queen of Swords here that's kind of cussing him out, I would say. This person could have some harsh words, and they want him to kind of just focus on what it is that he's been working on and wait for things to come to fruition, to manifest. This is like, you've done the hard work and all you need to do now is wait. But there's something else that he wants to do, and it could hurt this Queen of Swords or cause some pain for him that he's disappointed this person. It could even be his mother, if I'm not sure what his family's like, or is like an energy like that. It could be a male, but it's most likely feminine, so take that as it resonates. But Three of Swords is heartbreak, disappointments, breakups even. Like I said, there could be a disconnect with him and some of the people he usually works with. Could just be the filmographers and, like, you know, certain aspects around his work. And this kind of feels like he's a victim of circumstance. Like, I didn't really have a choice because this is an opportunity that I wanted to take, and I know that you wanted me to kind of sit around and do nothing and wait for these good things to manifest because they were growing and something was going to happen here, and I'm sorry to disappoint you, and I also feel disappointment, but now I feel stuck because of this situation, and feels that's what leads us to being left out in the cold. But he's the Emperor, so this all happens, like I said, there's a lot of divine guidance around here because I did see that Wheel of Fortune, but the Emperor is also a major arcana card, and this is the mastery of all of the kings. So it's the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the King of Wands. It's all of the elements that you need. It's the Father card. Sometimes in these readings it can be your boss, CEO, kind of the dude in charge. But to me, I feel like this is him energetically leveling up. So this is cutting out people or certain things here. But he's doing things for himself, and it's leading him overall to that this is a very difficult decision, that there's a lot of indecisiveness around this. So what is but he's moving forward quite quickly with things, and then it's just that last hurdle that he's kind of failing to push through. There's the happiness, celebrations, possible reunions with other people that he's worked with. So, but then that's the inability to kind of ground things because he's not listening to his intuition in career. But he is open, he's not being very defensive, and that is what causes this death, which is a change, a transformation, a transmutation in energy, where he has been feeling emotionally drained and unfulfilled, and it goes into this energy of the Lovers in reverse, which to me is getting very clear on specifically what it is you love and what you want to do, and ignoring what society wants you to do. And the Moon in reverse is the secrets being revealed. This is a lot of major arcana, so divine energy, that means the spirit's looking out for him. And the Empress in reverse, so there is a divine counterpart here. This could even just be speaking to his career, that resonates with him, but this person's not yet ready, or he's not yet ready to meet them at the time that this happens. And I just had some black smoke like flicker off my candle, which is weird, but that's probably speaking to this person not being ready, or being wounded, or some secrets about them that make them less desirable. But and because they're more manipulative, a vulnerable person who he already knows, a soulmate from the past. This is going into love. I know that that's what we were going to do next. And a completion of a cycle. And a rebirth of a new one, that where two people didn't get along, or where a breakup happened, somebody's coming back. And the codependency issues are no longer there, but he's not ready to work on it when this does come back around. That's why the Empress was in reverse, so that's why. Here, and he can't really offer her what she wants or what he wants to, so he kind of makes a decision to move forward and kind of stand his ground with certain things and people. And this could even be a decision to move forward with her, but still not really being able to work on things to ground it exactly, but no longer getting away with the old stuff, needing to bring in that emotional balance, because again, the codependency issues that were being worked on, it's kind of like it's going to resurge again if he doesn't take care of it in regards to love. And we were asking about career, but they're both connected, and both of the readings just wanted to flow into one another here. And then that's going to cause him to say shit that he doesn't mean, or to say stuff that puts him in a place of suspense and stagnation, and then he kind of has to retract and go backwards with his communication. That could be an apology, but it's like, I'm kind of stuck in these rough waters, and I'm not going to calmer waters just yet. And this also represents internet, so he could be sticking with platforms or certain things that are causing him some issues here. Not really being willing to try something new, kind of being argumentative. That also speaks about competition, having a lot of options. There she is. So this is our Empress coming back again. So this is a much better energy that she's coming back into. So once he's kind of had these conflicts and all these options open up around love, your career and love is very closely intertwined. So this person must be connected somewhere in his career. So it's kind of like once he's focusing on himself, and then she or the other counterpart focuses on themselves, then they're able to come back, because there's that energetic dynamic of needing each other isn't there anymore. And this is a situation maybe where this person kind of lost hope, but that enabled them to then see this cup that's being offered. So now, instead of being a reverse Empress, she's receptive to things, because they can now rebuild on a foundation that is going to be now solid with the Tower in reverse. Alright, so that's a lot. Kind of fun when readings go like that, but it does make him go quite quickly, and then you're like, oh, that was a lot of information, but it only took 10 minutes. Great, now what am I going to do? No, we're going to go into some oracle cards here, and we're going to clarify who this Empress / Nine of Pentacles is. She could be an independent person, she could be an artist herself, or a retired. She's whatever she was doing, she could have been in the public eye. I do see her as more behind the scenes, though, with this. And then Ace of Wands is creative. That's letting go of anxiety. Coming out from a bad place. Again, this person has a bit of a temper, or they could be a fire energy. And then they were the one who kind of brought around the original Tower moment around their commitment and possibly bad advice. But, healing from that. And this could be this person could actually be divorced or something as well with that card. Because that's healing from betrayal of the past. Learning to be alone and to ground yourself kind of with your mental stability is what I'm seeing here. And then she's able to see that cup. See? That's her, again showing up. It's the Empress. And then the secrets about realizing who you really are and the change, the death, all major arcana around it. Learning to put your defenses down. You're not being so in touch with your intuition and not being very grounded and not really being able to push through that wall that's in front of you. So obviously there's some barriers there. Or maybe that's just talking about like the first time that they may have been interested in each other. A bit of back and forth behavior when one person's interested, the other one isn't. But that does seem to resolve eventually, as we can see in the cards that surround him. So that's a really good thing. Okay, so let's get some... There's something else that we want to get around this person. Oh, let's get some letters. Letters for career or love, please. So this could have anything to do with names of songs, names of people, could be the names of this person, could be places. Sometimes we don't have all of the letters, but you can get different words from the sounds in here. So feel free to jump in the comments, have a look at what people are saying, or put your own Tay. Isn't that something that some Korean names start with, like Taemin or whatever? Bae. Wanting to claim your bae. This is like a hopeless romantic. I don't know if he comes across that way or he tries not to, but you're a hopeless romantic, I'm sorry to say. You may deny that, but he's like, just accept it. JT, Justin, what have we got? TV, JTV, Japanese TV. In and out. I feel like there was a bit of that with this connection. Could be like never. I never thought this would happen. Even. 10. That's from... Who's he from? He's from Wavy. NCT 127. I don't know if there's any references. Like if we're getting specific other artists, maybe there's references in their music or something that could resonate here. Luck. It's another one I was getting. Bake. Maybe this person's good at cooking. Or something around a birthday. Bacon. LIC. Lick. Limited corporation. Could have their own business. Could be on TikTok. Could be taken. Could have been taken. Maybe that's why it didn't work out. Taken. Yeah. Like I said, you can piece things together. You can kind of see how I'm doing it is you don't need all of the letters. So pause the video if you need to and just kind of meditate a bit or see what kind of drops out. Drop? I don't know. Maybe something's going to drop like a song or something. Yeah, or a demo or some kind of something. Maybe this feminine was dropped. Maybe, like I said, there is some sort of work connection where they didn't really make it to a certain status point they wish they could have. But they have a similar arena in some way. Okay. So... It's lit. L-I-T, I just saw that. It's lit. The only person I know who says it's lit all the time is that girl from Girls' Generation who just released that song called Dessert. Oh, I don't want to not say her name right, but I can't remember it off the top of my head, so maybe they, I'm not saying that it's her specifically, I don't think so, but hey, whatever. But she could have that kind of vibe to her. Whether they're similar in looks or more attitude, and specifically that song, I would say, if you have a look at that and the vibe that it puts out, that could have something to do with this individual, male or female. Like I said, doesn't really matter. We're just kind of reading the energy of the person. Now, is there any other messages that would like to come out before we wrap up this reading for ZELO? Please. What else do you see? Anything else? Any other specific messages? Page of Wands. He's got something else to either release or to offer. He's picked up that Ace of Wands, that opportunity, and he's going to run with it, or at least try to. Knight of Pentacles, that's kind of getting in your own way. Hanged Man's being stagnant. King of Wands, though, that's the level up. That's, yes, I'm actually, maybe this is something from a while ago that had a lot of anxiety about it that he really let go of and was like, I'm not going to worry about this anymore. And then it comes back in and he's like, now's the right time for me to act on it. And it actually levels him up into this King of Wands type of energy. The overall energy around it, maybe it's stagnant, and a new perspective, I guess, is what I'm getting more with this than the stagnancy, because the level up is here. It's like I've been able to develop this more. So it's something that's well developed now. That could be within himself and his passions and his like ability to create music or whatever other things he does, but it could also be a literal song or something, a project here. Yeah, so that's kind of what I see, and it's rebuilding something because the Tower in reverse was on the top. All right. So, and the foundation will be good this time. So, didn't happen before because foundation wasn't good. So, thank you so much for booking this reading. For you who know who you are. Blah. For everyone else, thank you for taking the time to watch this video and join me today for this reading. I hope it gave you some insight and clarity around ZELO and his career and love situation. So there's definitely somebody there, and I feel like it's someone he already knows. So maybe if you know about past relationships, or I'm not sure how clear that is for you guys, but yeah, not everyone's so out there with their relationships, but I feel like he's aware of who it is. And if it isn't, then it would have to be a past life connection, and there would be that sort of familiarity. Familiarity? Am I saying that wrong? Probably. Anyway, you guys know what I mean, but I do strongly feel like this is someone he already knows, so that would be my take on it. So I hope that this reading helped you guys, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. Liking, subscribing, and sharing is a really good way that you can support these videos, and it helps me a lot. Also, I look forward to seeing you guys in my live streams when I do them, as well as getting to your readings on Etsy, because I do love and appreciate everyone who books a reading with me, and I do hope that I do provide some clarity and insight into your situations, and your feedback's been wonderful so far, and I'm glad to be of service to you guys. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I wish you all the very best. Bye bye.